Hey Mimi, so a couple of videos back we were talking about spiritual warfare, and you mentioned how oftentimes we can kind of guess how the enemy may try to come for us, right? But then there may be times when we don't. But what I find interesting is that oftentimes present circumstances may mirror past situations, and the importance of not getting stuck back on things of the past when clearly God is desiring to take us forward. And as I got thinking about that and our desire to progress on the path that God's predestined for us, it got me thinking about when we're in the car and I'm driving and the windshield versus the rearview mirror. And as I thought about that, it clicked to me that, there is a reason why the windshield is significantly larger than the rearview mirror. So when I say that, what does that mean to you?
To me, that means to focus on the present, because you're absolutely right. In the car, it is bigger than the rearview mirror. And if you were to focus on the rearview mirror while driving, it's not going to work out. It's going to cause an accident. You're going to get hurt. When you focus on the windshield, you're able to see better, see more, have a better view of what's going on. Kind of like in life, we can't stay stuck in the past, and we can't keep thinking or having mannerisms that show past behavior and while living in the present. That's kind of conflicting, because those two don't add up. So when we really are able to live in the present and be in the present and focus on the present and know that the past was the past and the present is the present, and God will be able to navigate us through the present by helping us. What do you think?
That was pretty phenomenal. I love that. I totally agree with you. Like you said, if when I'm driving, I'm only looking at the rear view, we're crashing because you can only see behind you, and something that I always say is we can't go backwards and forwards at the same time, right? So there's a reason why the windshield is so much larger, but the rear view has its purpose also, which is to glance back and see what's behind you, but like in life, I appreciate the rearview mirror because it reminds me of what God has brought me through, right? It reminds me of the ways He's made out of no way. It reminds me of how He has caused things to come to fruition that only He could do, right? And so I feel like it's very important because of the rearview mirror and having the experience, the history, the recollections, it positions us to be able to bear witness and to share our testimonies of where God has brought us from and of His goodness and His faithfulness. But the purpose is not to get stuck there, because if you look back too long, get stuck, kind of like Lot's wife. Don't look. Right, exactly. So don't look back. So at the same time, as we're looking through the windshield, it reminds me of Isaiah 43:19, where God is saying, behold, I'll do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. And depending on the translation, they'll say, do you not perceive it? Do you not know it? Do you not see it? How can we see what's ahead of us if we keep looking behind us, right? And so I think that is very important for us to remember that, yes, the past serves a purpose, but the purpose is not to get stuck. It is to reflect, praise, and prepare for where God is preparing to take us next.
Absolutely. I love that. Great job.
Thanks, my love.
Of course. Just remember, there's a reason why the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror. Focus on the present, not the past. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you next Monday.
Bye.